into the election season, we asked people what they thought the main issues would be. In the response, we saw there was a lot of political dissatisfaction on social media. In fact, a large number of the comments said that they wouldn't vote for any of the three big political parties. Not the Liberals, not the Conservatives, or the NDP. A big conversation online was about Quebec MP Maxime Bernier's newly formed People's Party of Canada, and it was formed only a few weeks ago. And on the other end of the spectrum, the Green Party generated a lot of chatter too. So we wanted to find out why people were saying this.
Yummy.
So we reached out.
Hi, Richard.
Hi, Hannah.
So you got in contact on Twitter and you were mentioning that you would consider voting for a party other than the three big political parties.
Depending upon what he puts out for where his platform is, I would give Maxime Bernier a chance if I thought he had the veterans and the economy and interest, for sure.
One of the things you were mentioning is that you vote depending on how the parties will treat veterans. So is that really what you're looking for in the next election in 2019?
When I was a kid, we looked up to our veterans and we took care of them. And it just seems like these days, the government just we're more of a hindrance. It'd be one of the hot topics for me during the election.
Thanks, Richard.
So just how competitive will those two parties be? Well, let's bring in CBC poll analyst Eric Grenier to answer those questions. First off, what about the People's Party of Canada?
People's Party right now is not doing very well. In the polls, they have about 1% support, but we have seen polls that show anywhere from 10 to 15% of Canadians would consider voting for the People's Party. So there is an opportunity there for Maxime Bernier.
How about the Greens?
The Greens are still polling somewhere around 6-7% nationwide, but it's the impact they've had in some provincial races in New Brunswick and Ontario, and right now they're leading in the polls in Prince Edward Island. So that's where the action really is for the Green Party right now.
Very interesting. So we saw a lot of political dissatisfaction with the three big parties. Is that really what's happening out there, or is this really a lot of talk on social media?
Well, it's something to keep an eye on because we have seen parties like the People's Alliance in New Brunswick and the Coalition Avenir Québec in Quebec do very well. New parties, Quebec Solidaire as well. So there is an appetite out there for those parties. But you still see the Liberals and the Conservatives leading in the polls, raising a lot of money. A lot of Canadians are still tied to those two options, but we've seen that they're willing to shop around.
Eric Grenier, thank you for your insights.
Thank you.
We want you to join the conversation. Are you planning on voting for any of the three big political parties? Why or why not? Post a comment below or send us a video on Instagram. Don't forget to tag us at CBC News.